Dear children, this class we are going to discuss the remaining part of the story Language of Birds and its activities.
The nightingale is back. One night, Ivan was resting on his royal bed. He looked out of the window. A full moon was rising. Little stars were blinking to greet the moon. A soft wind carried the fragrance of wildflowers into the room. From the distant skies, Ivan heard the song of a nightingale. "It's my nightingale." Ivan stood up and went to the window. Soon the nightingale came to him and sat on the windowsill. They spoke for a long time. "As you said, I became the king, but what happened to the merchant?" Ivan asked. "Oh, Your Majesty, he is in your palace and he is serving you." Saying this, the nightingale flew away and disappeared into the sky. "Your Majesty, supper is ready." Ivan looked at the old servant at his door. He could not believe his eyes. It was his old master. Understood what happened? As the nightingale said, Ivan became the king and the merchant became the servant. What do you understand? You understand the story? After helping the king married his daughter to Ivan and he became the king of that country. He ruled the country well. And one night when he was lying on his royal bed, he heard the same nightingale's song. He looked out of the window. What are the scenes he could see? A full moon was rising. Little stars were blinking to greet the moon. A soft wind carried the fragrance of wildflowers into the room. From the distant skies, Ivan heard the song of the nightingale. The same nightingale. Then he stood up and went to the window. Soon the nightingale came to him and sat on the windowsill. They spoke for a long time. Then Ivan became very happy. He shared his happiness with that nightingale and said, "As you said, I became the king, but Ivan couldn't meet the merchant." So he asked, "What happened to the merchant?" Then the nightingale said, "Oh, Your Majesty, he is in your palace. He is still serving you." Then at the same time, he heard a voice. "Your Majesty, supper is ready." Then Ivan looked at the old servant. Who is that servant? Yes, it is his old master, the cruel merchant. Then Ivan couldn't believe his eyes. He can't believe that. And he became happy with the words of the nightingale. The nightingale's words become true. Clear? Now, let's move to the activities of this chapter.
Activity 1. Write the conversation between Ivan and the old man. When Ivan met the old man, they held a conversation. You want to write that. Ivan: do you remember me? Old man: you are our king. Ivan: yes, I am your old servant, Ivan. Old man: oh, sorry, your majesty. Please forgive me for my mistake. Copy this to your textbook, page number 75. Next, activity 3. When Ivan opened his eyes, he was alone in a boat. He looked around. He could only see the endless sea around him. What could be the thoughts of Ivan then? Now, Ivan was in the open sea. Nobody was there to help him. In that situation, what could be his thought? Who brought me here? How can I reach the shore? Oh God, please save me. I want to live. Activity 4. Read the story with the help of pictures. It was a sunny afternoon. Ivan woke up from his bed after a sleep. The merchant was not in the house. Ivan walked to the forest. He reached there and stood under a tree. Two birds were sitting on a branch. Then the sky became cloudy. It began to rain. What a rainy day this is! Today I can't collect firewood, he said to himself as he walked back home. It became foggy. Now, what you want to do is, you want to make a story by fixing pictures instead of words. ഇതുപോലെ നിങ്ങളും ഒരു സ്റ്റോറി എഴുതുക. അതിൽ പിക്ചേഴ്സ് പേസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്നിടത്ത് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പിക്ചേഴ്സ് ഡ്രോ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്ന സ്ഥലങ്ങളിൽ പിക്ചേഴ്സ് കൊണ്ട് റെപ്രസെൻ്റ് ചെയ്ത് എഴുതുക. ഓക്കെ? Write the story with the help of pictures in your notebook. Next, activity 6. Write down some sentences beginning with all or some. Dear children, look page number 80, activity 6. The common features we can write begin with all. For example, wings, beaks and feathers are the common features of birds. So, let's write all birds have wings. All birds have beaks. And only some birds have webbed feet. Some birds have webbed feet. All birds have feathers. Then some birds have phalanx. Clear? Next, activity 7. Describe the picture. Look page number 81. There you can see a picture. Ivan was in the forest and there was heavy storm and water everywhere, and there was one big tree and a small tree, and there was a nest on the small tree. So I will read the question. One day the merchant sent Ivan to the forest to fetch firewood. Soon the wind rose, the sky became clouded, the lightning flashed, the thunder roared loudly, and the rain fell heavily. Now you want to describe the scene in your own words. How can we describe this? Ivan is standing under a big tree. All the trees are dancing in the wind. A squirrel is there on the tree. There is a nest on the small tree. The wind is blowing heavily. There is water all around. Activity 8 and 9 you want to do as your homework. Next, activity 10, who am I? Let's find the answers of the riddles. I can dance well. My feathers are beautiful. I have a beautiful crown. Who am I? Peacock. Next question. I have large round eyes. I can see only at night. My name is a 3-letter word. What's the answer? Yes, it is owl. Next question. I am in green color. My beak is red. People like to hear me speak. Which is the bird? Yes, you know the answer. It is a parrot. Next question. I sing sweetly. I lays egg in crow's nest. I like to eat mango leaves. Do you know the answer? Yes, it is cuckoo. Now let's move to the next riddle. I am a domestic bird. I can't fly very high. I live in Antarctica. Which bird lives in Antarctica? Yes, it is penguin. Next, I have a long beak. I can stand on one leg. You can see me near ponds. Who am I? Yes, crane. In page number 83, they are given 2 boxes. Under that riddles. There you want to make riddles about some other birds you know and write that in the given box. Ready? Now we already completed the first volume textbook, and in the next class we can meet with the revision lessons. Study well. Take care. Thank you.